Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm working on the canopy now. So all I've done to start with is I've glued 3 canopies together. So I've just used normal poly cement for that, and I've given a grey coat of primer, so it's Tamiya XF54. I'm now going to paint straight onto the plastic card with this, but I'm going to use very thin coats to start, build it up slowly using XF84 dark iron with my airbrush. So I've got Tamiya X20A, 50-50 mixture of paint, give it a good shake, and thinners. So 50-50 mix. Where's my brush? Give it a stir. There you go. So just checking the flow. Okay, if you do that, just get a cloth, toilet tissue and just wipe it. And just dry back with the airbrush. Okay, sort that one out. Okay, so I'll get the rest of them. These are cut into 5, I think it's 5cm widths. So I'll go too mad. Sorry, 4cm widths. So they're half the width of the canopy. So when I put the canopy on like that, I'll be able to do it into 2. So one either side. But I'll get these finished painting these. I'll show you what else I'm going to do. So not only have I primed this in the grey, I've also primed the supports in grey as well. So these are drying off. Paint's gone on quite nicely with the airbrush. Looks quite good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use my Vallejo light brown, so 17929 bottle cap, and Tamiya paint retarder. So I'm going to paint it on with a brush now. So all I'm going to get is decent sized brush. paint retarder in there. Just slows down the process of the paint drying. Give that a stir up. And just paint. Just painting over the end with the just using the paint and the paintbrush. Okay, so you don't need to watch me do it all. So I work my way around, all around the outside to the underside, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do next. Okay, so the station is now assembled, and I'll just go through what I did. This is quite a short video this week, sorry, but hopefully next week we'll have a longer video. But yeah, we painted the underside as you saw with the paintbrush in the stone one, which is the Vallejo white top, light brown. So that 2 coats using the retarder, which is there, paint retarder, just with a paintbrush. So painted all on the canopy as you saw, let it dry, come back and give it a second coat. I then went round with, again, Vallejo white top, red leather, which is 7818, and I painted all the trimming. So the bottom of the posts, on the top of the posts, along this edge, this trim here. Again, the same with the water fence at the back. So I painted it in the light stone colour first, then did all the posts in the red. The platforms were glued together and filled, and then I used Tamiya red brown for the brickwork. So I've got a smudge there which I need to tidy up. Hopefully I can tidy up with the weathering. Looks like a fingerprint. Must have got thinners on my hand. So, and I used some blue brick as well, and then I went over with a watered down mixture of concrete paint and water, and just went over all the for the mortar cores. There's going to be a full video on how I built the station building, so that's probably be on next week's video. So next week's going to be quite a long video. So we have this, and we're also going to look at starting to ballast the track. So the track's now laid. I've got to drop of wires, and I've got to add the detail, so where the barrow crossings. So I'm going to show you that on a video. That'll probably be next week with the ballasting and the detail, and then the week after will be I'll do the building. So I'll show you how I did this with again, same as the brickwork. So I painted on with red brown, added all the details here, again painted the doors. That's a scale model scenery product, so it's a signal box sign. I don't know if you can see that. So just where it says Linley Halt station. So there, that's what I've been up to. So the platform, like I said, it was glued together. Then I went round and filled all the holes. So I used Perfect Putty, which is an acrylic filler. So you would paint it on, mix it with a bit of X20A. So again, Tamiya X20A. Again, the normal thing, using a bottle cap, put some 20A in the bottle cap, put some filler in, give it a good stir so you get almost quite a runny a runny mixture, and then you can just paint it into the gaps, and then just a case of sanding them and tidying them up, but it dries quite quickly. So the roof part, you saw me do that, so basically strips of plastic card that have been painted in dark iron, which is XF84. I don't know if it's going to pick it up. XF84. So that was painted on. Once it's painted off both sides, left it to fully dry, it was then super glued on. So I just use a CA glue. Because it's a painted surface, you need to make sure you use a super glue rather than a wild action glue. So I just used rocket glue. So that works really well. If you're struggling to get it to take, you can use a rocket blaster, but I tend to find with this sort of thing, you can put it on and hold it in place with a couple of clamps. So just bog standard clamps you get from a paint shop, and after 4 or 5 minutes it's dry and it's held in place. So those were glued on. I then used some weathering powders. So I've got two colours there. So it's iron oxide and rust. Dead easy. Just pick them up on a brush. Start at the middle and then just work it out, manipulate it out. Once I've got that in place, I used Vallejo matte varnish, and it sort of tones everything down. So you can go a bit heavier with the rust powders, but as soon as you use the matte varnish, it sort of tones it all down a bit. But yeah, that's the platform finished. So just quick round up. So platform's done. I'm going to show you how to modify the really basic Hornby station building into something quite nice in a future video. Obviously we saw the platform, how it's built, painted, used the fencing. So this is, it's a full Hornby basic platform and building, but it looks really good once it's been painted and finished off. So next week, detailing, adding detail and ballasting. So hopefully you enjoyed this week's video. Sorry it's a bit short, but we'll get next week's video prepped and ready to go. Remember, this will be at the Warley show on the 23rd, 24th of November. So come and have a look and hopefully it should be finished by then. So come and have a look. Come on the Warley stand. We're hoping to have a Warley YouTubers meet. So that'll be on the club stand between 11 and 12 on both days, on the Saturday and the Sunday. So come along, have a chat, meet up with fellow friends on YouTube, and hopefully have a good show. So hopefully see you there, and hope you come back and watch future videos on the Hornby station building and the Hornby project. Speak to you soon.